Hello YouTube! Man, it's been a while since I've said that. But enough about that. Today I'm going to talk about books, and not necessarily good things. So I love to read, as you can probably tell by the books behind my head, but one thing I love more than reading is collecting books. And because of that, I have found that there are certain books that I don't like to collect, mainly because of the rest of the books I have. To give you an idea of what the heck I'm talking about, don't worry, I'm going to show you. So these right here are 4 books in Diane Dune's Young Wizards series, and the covers look pretty cool, I think. However, this is only one type of cover that you can get them in. For instance, my brother also has some of the books, and they look like this. So I'm just going to do a quick comparison. His covers, my covers. These are the same book. I personally like these books better. They look more adult-ish, if you can say it that way, but they also just look better, I think, than these books. So I bought a bunch of the books at the same time. The first book had to look like this, while the others looked like this. No, they need a match, they need a match! Yeah, okay, whatever, the covers are like this, but you're sorting like that. Well, they're different. So rather than keep this around, I went out and got this, because it's the same book, but it matches the rest of the books I own. So yay! So if you notice, all those books were all paperback. I'll be fine collecting them all in paperback. It's when I have a collection of books, and some of them are paperback, and some of them aren't. For instance, this right here is The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel by Michael Scott. As you can see, most of the books are paperback, but I do have 2 books that are hardback. So, eventually I will be replacing those hardback books with the paperback books because I have more paperbacks and it's cheaper to get them, replace these 2 with paperback than it is to get these in hardback. That being said, when I went out to get my own copies of the Harry Potter books, because we had them as a family and I wanted my own copies, I made sure when I was getting them that they were all going to be the same type. I had them all in paperback, and it took me a while to find this in paperback at a used bookstore because I didn't want to go out and buy this new, because it's cheaper to buy used books. Support your local used bookstore, folks. So that's it about the particulars of a series of books. Now let's talk about storing the books and the bookshelves themselves. If you'll notice on the bookshelf behind me, I actually have so many books that I need to put the books in front of one another. And I hate to do that because you can't see the books behind these books, and that's kind of annoying. I really wish I could see, oh, what's behind Series of Unfortunate Events? Oh, it's Artemis Fowl. I knew that, just by the way, this was just making a point. Another thing I want to point out about storing books is that they're completely different sizes. For instance, here's the 3rd book of The Lord of the Rings. Notice, it's like what you'd think the book would be. But compared to this, it's a lot smaller. Which means if I want to store these books on the same bookshelf, I need a bookshelf that can support this, and then this can just kind of go there, and luckily there's not that much space in between them, but it's still kind of annoying. But there's not much I can do about that because they're not the same series. However, that leads me to my irk about bookshelves themselves. Again, if you'll notice behind me, this bookshelf has enough to fit books in the back and also another row of books in the front. Why can't they make bookshelves where I can only fit the 1 row of books? I know they make bookshelves like that, but I don't have any. So pretty much I would like bookshelves that are pretty much about this length, maybe another inch or so just in case, because then I can fit these books on the bookshelf fine, and the smaller books are okay. There's definitely not enough room to fit 2 books of smaller size in front of this. What I mean by that, in case you don't know, is this. I cannot fit another one of these books in front of this without it falling off the shelf. Which is good, because then I can see every book on my bookshelf without having to move stuff. And that just makes life easier. So that's it for today. Sorry about the semi-rant, but that's just one thing about books that I really enjoy collecting, and I just kind of had to tell you guys about it. So until next time, see ya.